from the Fox2 studios, this is The Nine.
It's not just broth. It's not soup either. It's bone broth. Shouldn't we all be drinking more bone broth? What is that going to do for us? We're going to find out up next.
Oprah drinks bone broth.
She probably does. This morning we are talking about the benefits of bone broth, and especially as it gets colder outside, this might be the perfect snack. It's one of the world's oldest and perhaps most powerful medicinal foods. Dr. Kellyann, who's a naturopathic physician and nutritionist, wrote a book about bone broth, joins us live via Skype to tell us all about it. Good morning.
I did. Good morning, Dina. I don't think it's too early to say happy holidays.
No, let's do it. Happy holidays. Let's get into it. I actually have some bone broth in my office here at work that I pour into a mug and throw in the old microwave. I don't know if that's the ideal way to be enjoying it, but what is it supposed to be doing for us?
So here's why I love it, especially going into the holidays. Here's why I love it so much, because it does two things that are really important. It helps your immune system, and so many of us are going into the holidays and we're feeling stressed and we're feeling overworked and there's so much going on. It helps with our immune system, and also it helps us to keep those extra pounds off. So it keeps us healthy and it keeps those pounds off. And those are two things that we really, really need. So that's why I spend so much of my time talking about it. It's just so important. And this whole idea of souping is really actually very enjoyable for people. But the bottom line is this, Dina, 80% of our immune system is in our gut. That's number one. And so we want to do anything we can to keep our gut healthy. And there's something in bone broth that's called gelatin. And this gelatin heals and seals our gut and keeps us super healthy. So that's the first reason why I love it. And second, it's really great food in terms of the fact that it's high in protein. That's always good. It has very low calories, and it has no carbohydrates, and it's got the minerals and amino acids, all the things that really keep us healthy and well as the gelatin that's good for our gut and the immune system. So because it helps us with our weight, because it helps us with our immune system and keeps us healthy, it really is the 1-2 punch, and everyone should really look into this, particularly going into the holidays.
So, and don't be confused, this isn't as simple as broth that you might have. You call it liquid gold specifically because it's the bone broth. Explain the difference between just your regular stock that you might make a soup with and bone broth specifically.
Yeah, it's very different. So yes, it's very different. So when you go to the store and you buy a can of soup, it doesn't have all of the nutrients locked in the same way. Actually, it's very different than what you're going to get in something like bone broth. Bone broth is simmering. You simmer the bones of chicken or beef or even fish, and you simmer it over a long period of time, and all that goodness comes out. That's where all the collagen, the gelatin, that's where all that comes out into the broth. So that's where you get that jiggly stuff, and that jiggly stuff is really, really important for your gut, again, keeping you super healthy, and that makes your skin beautiful, and there's benefits that just go on and on and on for people who have things like joint pain, people who have things like digestive disturbances, people who are tired a lot. That's really a big one for practitioners. We see people who come in and they feel like they never even got a night's sleep after waking up in the morning. So I call bone broth not only my liquid gold, but the ultimate energy drink. We see so many energy drinks out there, but they're loaded with things that we shouldn't have.
So, okay, I got to get, they're wrapping me up. I got some more questions for you. How do we know, what do we look for? Are we supposed to look for something on the label if we're buying bone broth? Because we don't have to make it, we can buy it. And how much of it do we need to be ingesting?
Yeah, so about 2 cups a day is where we really start seeing a lot of benefits, about 2 cups a day. And you actually can make it really easily if you simmer. You just buy a rotisserie chicken, you can simmer it over in a slow cooker. It's super easy. But I love the fact that there's a lot of ways that you can get this already made. You can buy it, you can find it in the freezer section of a lot of stores. And also powder broths are coming out now. And when I first started this, there weren't any good healthy powdered broths, but now you can literally buy powdered broths that you just pour into a cup. You pour some water in that, and you can sip on that during the day. And you're going to get those benefits of helping your gut to be healed and keeping those extra pounds off, because it prevents those cravings that you have, that you experience throughout the day. So it's super easy to find now. There's places online. There's places that most grocery stores now carry bone broth and the powdered version. So they've made it really easy and very convenient.
All right, Dr. Kellyann Petrucci, that's why you wrote the book on it. You got a lot of knowledge. We like it. Thank you.
I did. I do. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. It is a great lead. Sipping on that bone broth, it tastes good and it warms you up on a cold winter day, so it might be the perfect snack right now.
Doesn't get better.
Yes, indeed, ladies. And Dr. Kellyann, I love your new hairdo. She looks good.
She does.